Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Welcome to Tunnel Talk, a No Facts, All Feelings wrestling podcast on the Social Suplex Network. I'm Allie.
I'm Ann.
And I'm Leah.
How's everybody doing this week?
I've asked you not to ask me that in February.
I know. Well, I think we kind of asked each other back and forth for a while already tonight not to ask each other that. But then you get on the pod and it's like, what am I going to do, not ask? I got to see how they're doing. The answer is mostly medium.
Yeah. We didn't discuss something while we were off that I think we should, which was our snub at the Golden Globes. We were not nominated for Best Podcast.
Oh,
I know.
That's so
yeah.
true. So
I
true.
thought about it. I did think about that. Yeah. That's
That was it was rough for us, yeah.
pretty brutal. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're doing so bad.
We've all been spiraling quite a bit since
I
then,
mean,
so.
we've been working through our grief.
If we're not in the running for Best Podcast, who even are we?
What are we even doing here?
We weren't recognized by our peers, and that's hard.
In the Academy.
I know that Amy Poehler's pod won, but who else did get nominated? Like, what kind of podcast are they nominating for that?
It was like a weird list. I can't, of course, think of any now.
Was it
but
all
it was
like
kind of
celebrity vanity pods?
Yes. Let's find out.
Let's find out. Hey, let's do a little light research on the clock, as it were.
Call Her Daddy, the Mel Robbins podcast,
Never even heard
Up
of that.
First by NPR,
Sure, I guess.
Smart Less, which is Jason Bateman and Will Arnett's podcast. Oh, it's nice that Amy Poehler beat Will Arnett.
Yeah,
Dax
that's
Shepard's
good.
podcast. So mostly
Dax
celebrities.
Shepard's podcast. I think it's too, to be honest,
That's wild.
it's like
nomination
it's
list.
too broad a cat. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone needs podcast awards. If I'm honest, I don't think we need podcast awards. But
Okay.
then
Take us out of the running.
I don't think we should get any awards for anything. To be honest, the three of us, no awards needed. No awards needed because we have so much confidence in ourselves. But isn't it like if at the podcast awards they suddenly were like, and I guess maybe should we choose best movie too? It's like there's lots of different kinds of movies. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, this is insane too, because like Up First is an NPR news podcast that's like 15 minutes long, and it's like it is a good news podcast, but to be in the same category with Good Hang with Amy Poehler and Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard is like, I don't think that's right.
No. And it's like, is it still the Academy voting? So it's like, presumably celebrity podcasts are always going to win because I'm like, celebrities,
Yeah,
are
'cause
like,
it's like, I like Amy Poehler's podcast a lot, but it's like a
I
pretty
like it too.
normal podcast. I don't know.
I think it's a really nice celebrity podcast because she's very like, there's lots of celebrity podcasts that people like that I listen and I'm so on edge. I'm just like, I don't trust this person. And they're stressing me out every single second. Amy Poehler, I listen, I'm just like, she's fine. She's doing great. Like, I can relax because she's definitely driving this car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, podcast awards. I love that you got us into this, Ann. This is fun. This is fun to talk about.
Thank you so much.
Well, in other news, aside from the middle of winter ongoing, Leah, how much snow did you say you guys have right now?
A lot.
I think you should. I know that we're trying to not talk about the weather as much, but I do think you should take a second to complain. I mean, you're dealing with some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad. Like, Boston didn't get walloped as hard as the Cape and Rhode Island, who got 3 feet, but we got just under 2 feet. But the thing is that it was on top of 18 inches 2 weeks ago that they didn't do a good job of plowing then. And so it's just, I'm just in like a gloom where I'm like, being outdoors is hostile to me.
Yeah.
It feels hostile and I hate it. And I know that
neighbors
like
are
this
hostile.
happens every February, and this is what, like, I live in New England. Like, it's not extraordinary, but like for some reason this snowstorm has made me really angry and resentful.
Yeah. Can you get your car out, or is it like...
This is the thing where I'm like, girl, you need to chill. I'm incredibly blessed because my third floor neighbor hired a plow guy, and like
nice.
They plowed our driveway, and then my third floor neighbor came and knocked on my door and was like, "Can I have your keys? I'm going to move your car." And so he dug out my car, moved it, shoveled my parking spot better, and then put it back. And so like, why am I so upset about the snow? I'm blessed, and yet I am still mad. But God bless you, Biddy.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, Biddy, if you're listening, God bless you.
That's great.
If you're listening, stop listening. First of all, stop listening. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just winter sometimes. You know, it's like when you get that much snow, you do just start to feel like I'm underwater. Like, like everything is just muffled and weird. And you're like, I'm not going to be normal. Now I know I'm not going to be normal till spring.
Yeah. I think I have a good chance once the clocks go back, like jump forward. I really think I have a good chance of resetting.
We're only
is that
a
this
week
weekend
away?
or a week away?
A week away, yeah.
Okay.
But just a week
They
from
moved it up, though.
Saturday night.
That's good.
Yeah. That'll be huge. But yeah, I mean, that's so much snow, and the 18 inches is probably like all crusty and icy and solid, and that's
and it's not melting as fast because it's mixed with sand and shit. So,
oh God. Well, anyway,
awful.
we bear on boats against the current or whatever. Anyway, okay. So sorry for that, Leah. Sorry for your troubles,
Leah, you done here? Are you done with your Menti beat? Because we got shit to do.
It's bad behavior of me to be like, Leah, complain about that for a minute. Okay, yeah, that's fine. No, I'm just trying to remember what I'm supposed to say next.
Leah, your allocated complaint time is over.
That's enough. That's quite enough.
I've had enough of
out
that.
of you.
It was very kind though to let me talk about the weather.
I wanted to hear it, and I want you to know that all my deepest sympathies are with you. And
so absolutely, I would be losing my mind if we had any snow right now.
It's crazy. It's a crazy East Coast winter this year. I mean, my parents sent me a picture of their backyard, and they're in Delaware, and Delaware hasn't had like snow that really stuck for. I just feel like it's been like at least like 20 years or something, pretty much. Like. And it was like looking at another world. And actually that other world was a picture of that same backyard from 30-something years ago before climate change had kicked into the gear that it's kicked into now. So think about that, you know. Anyway, it's going to be our podcast anniversary in March. March 21st is our 5-year podcast anniversary.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? That's crazy.
No.
It's so crazy.
We were just saying before the pod, the lore of the pod, for those who don't know, is that our friend and once producer, Marjorie, saw us in one of our shared spaces just like opining our opinions and being like, we can have a podcast. Like, we have so much we could say on a podcast. I don't know why. I have no clue why. And she snuck into our DMs and was like, okay, then let's do a podcast, girls. Why don't you start a podcast? And we were like, what do you mean?
She was like, I'll produce it for you. And we were like, I mean, maybe. And then she was like, how about Sunday? I was like,
I mean. She was like, Sunday? Should we jump on a Zoom? And my husband's going to write you guys a theme song, and I'm already teaching myself GarageBand. And we were like, excuse me?
It was, and then it's like, I feel like we all showed up kind of like, this is so funny. We're not doing this. This is so funny. And then somehow here we are, all this time later.
I kept expecting one of us to be like, I wasn't serious about that and stop, because it is a fair amount of work, and no one has thus far.
But it was that beautiful situation where it's like, because none of us were serious about it, somehow, it's like, it never seemed serious enough that you felt like you were going to be like, no, we actually shouldn't do that, because it was like, well, we're not doing it. We're just having a joke. We're just having a fun. We've been yes-anding ourselves for the past.
That's very true. Yeah,
doing a podcast for the bit.
Anyway, the reason that we're bringing it up at this juncture is just traditionally. We do get a little blitzed for our anniversary podcast recording. Never so well as we did the first year that we recorded one of these, when we had what, girls?
A little bit of the bubbly.
Little bit of the bubbly. This was back in the glory days. Another time when you could still go online and order Chris Jericho's Vanity Champagne, a little bit of the bubbly. And in fact, they were desperate for you to order it. You were always seeing ads on Dynamite being like, please go buy a little bit of the bubbly. Like, the vibe was
shooting
like,
hoses of a little bit of the bubbly at Orange Cassidy, and
the vibe at the time was like, growing up, there was an Oriental rug store in my hometown that was going out of business for 20 years. You know what I mean? That's what I thought a little bit of the bubbly was. Like, I was like, they're trying to get rid of this and they never will. And then we had it and had like the best experience of our lives.
Yeah. It was delicious. And then the next morning we didn't have hangovers.
Yeah, and we all accidentally drank the whole bottle. Yeah.
Full bottle of champagne, feeling no pain the next day. We should have gone online and immediately ordered 5 bottles each, but we did it.
It never occurred to us that we would still be doing this podcast.
I thought they would always be trying to get rid of that stock. I thought they would be trying to get rid of that stock until the day we died. But instead they sold out and he's never done it again.
Do you think that he has like a private like stash in his basement somewhere, and if we just like DM him?
Oh.
You know what? Huh. Should we slide in? Should we just slide in? And
like everybody else in Chris Jericho's DMs is like, hey, are you going to WWE? You can tell me, but we're the only ones who slip in. It's like, hey, do you still have some of that wine?
Yeah, and we love send us the bubbly. It's our podcast's 5-year anniversary, and we had the best time of our lives for the first anniversary.
Surely that would be a fun message to receive as a celebrity. Like, for someone to just come in hot being like, you've got something I want.
Yeah. So
can I just have it?
How many people with vanity wines that went out of business would receive a DM 5 years later to be like, I'm still thinking about your vanity wine?
It's got to be almost none. Anyway, so we've done themed cocktails in subsequent years, but we're just letting you guys know, if you have any fun ideas for what you think we should do for this year's anniversary pod, let us know. We're open to anything. It would be, what we'd really love to hear is, I have 3 bottles of a little bit of bubbly in my home and I'd love to send them to you, but we're open to any ideas.
Yeah.
Imagine if someone did. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be great. Please. But it's just something fun, something fun and light.
Yeah.
So
any kind of theme beverage or snacks, or just, I don't know, theme activity.
Anything you want to hear from us.
We can't play a game because of our March activity.
That's true, actually.
Oh, you're right. We have a game. Yeah. We'll have a game. Oh my God. Are we going to be in any condition? Well, maybe our listeners will message and be like, we'd prefer if you stayed sober this year. We'd prefer if you...
Imagine if they were like, girls, we're really invested in the tournament. We need you focused up.
Stay sober and take your job seriously. Okay.
You're in the workplace.
All right, we'll celebrate our anniversary in April. No problem.
We'll celebrate privately off air. All right. And then speaking of our March Madness tournament, it begins this very week on this very episode. We will be doing our normal weekly recap and then seating the bodies. We'll be closing out the pod, and Anne will be our master of ceremonies for the month. Anne, are you feeling excited? You've been working hard.
I'm so excited. I've spent the entire night, every night this week working.
Wow. I cannot wait.
And when you see it, I think you'll see that graphic design is my passion, and it's all really paid off. So
I cannot wait to see what you've cooked up with the help of all the listeners who seeded some bodies for us.
They did a great job. Yeah.
All right. That all being said, shall we get into the week in wrestling?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Jet Set Rodeo. That's Hangman and his friends, who are definitely his real normal friends. JetSpeed defended their. I
just pictured Hangman singing, "I have friends. I definitely have friends."
Jet Set Rodeo defended their trios belts against the Demand on Collision, and they retained the belts. The only reason I brought this up was that when they did their entrance, I think it's like Hangman had his entrance, and then JetSpeed had their entrance to like come out and join him, and Hangman looked so much like present in body and not in mind. Like, his whole affect was just like, I've actually got real problems right now. I've got real stuff going on, but I guess I have these belts with you guys, my friends. So we're all here. Yeah, you want to do hands in? That's fine. I'm actually thinking about other stuff.
He really has such a vibe of like a big brother who it's like, I'll go to the zoo with you. I'm not having a good time myself, but you are. So like, you know, like I'm here for you.
Right. It's just like, I'm actually thinking about whether I'm going to do a promposal, but sure. We can look at the giraffes next.
Or it's like the weird, like, comedy bottle episode that's smack in the middle of a kind of serious season, and you're like, don't you have a big bad that you're trying to play?
Yeah,
but you guys all
bad.
decided to go to the amusement park? Cool.
Yeah, that was very funny. Also on Collision, so they retained. Also on Collision, Tony Schiavone misspoke. We had a whole thing before the pod where I was like getting in there, watching the Collision clips, like figuring out what was going on.
Thank you, Chai Malfoy.
Thank you so much. You're the best. I get in there. Tony Schiavone starts out this clip of MJF doing this Indies match by being like, and MJF is defending his Ring of Honor World Championship. And I was like, pause. Did I miss that? And it seemed, honestly, it was just like, yeah, of course I did. Me? Allie? Of course I just missed that. So then I went to you. I thought you guys were going to know for some reason. And I was like, MJF is the ROH World Champion? And you were both like, I didn't know that. That's crazy. And then I'm looking into it, can't find any evidence that he's the ROH World Champion. Eventually figure out that Tony Schiavone just misspoke. Jesus.
Seems like kind of a big misspeak, if you ask me.
It was kind of like, why were you thinking about the ROH? Why were you zoned out thinking about the ROH World Championship? And it was a pre-tape, too, I think.
Yeah.
So
couldn't re-record that? No one caught that?
I like that literally nobody caught it. Everyone was like, yeah, that was perfect. Nail it.
Because you guys listened to it, right?
Yeah.
That is what, I didn't like hallucinate that that's what, no. Okay. So that was 10 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Just because it seemed so credible that I could have missed it. That all three of us could have missed it. But actually he was defending his normal AEW Men's World Championship belt on the Indies, and he was doing this match where he tried to cheat, and Andrade showed up, and Andrade, as you guys know, law-abiding concerned citizen, was like, no. We can't be cheating. We have to win honest. And so
Andrade, he kind of goes from indie to indie, just like making sure everyone's keeping it above board, right?
That would be a great character, honestly. He's just really like fun, always showing up and be like, It's like, you don't have a match here. You don't have anything going on here. It's just like, well, I just despise cheating. So MJF did manage to win the match, but he left the ring in a fury, screaming, and ended up screaming at Andrade. Andrade looking so cheerful and untroubled. That's like it was kind of like a he's just where he wants to be situation. Yeah. And Andrade was like, girl, why are you letting this random indie wrestler challenge for this title and not me? I want to challenge for the title. I want the title. MJF was like, didn't really answer it. And then said this line. He was like, if your eyes are on this title, your eyes are on me. Because Hangman will never get this title. I guess Andrade had kind of been like, or whoever has the title. I just want the title. But if your eyes are on this title, your eyes are on me. It was like, okay. Well, say more.
MJF's trying to be the next one of Andrade's little conquests.
I know. It's like, maybe should we have kind of an energy together? Andrade's like, I'm not really doing that with you.
Speaking of Andrade, today I was doing a crossword puzzle, today's crossword puzzle, and I saw like 14-time champion, and I assumed it was like a sports thing, and I never know those ones, and then I read more closely, and it was WWE 14-time champion Charlotte, and I was like, oh God, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It was so,
wow.
Such a gross moment
humiliating.
Of looking yourself in the face. Yeah.
It's just humiliating, the things we know now. MJF, okay, so MJF said Hangman's never going to be able to wrestle for the title again, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. We discussed it. Then on Dynamite, Hangman and MJF met for an in-ring segment to determine the stipulation for their AEW World Championship match at Revolution. Does anyone want to say anything about that? I don't think that the whole setup of like all of this, I don't think it fully checks out. I will say that. No. I think it doesn't. That's okay. But it doesn't. Like, no. Why did it get handled this way?
It was nonsensical.
Yeah. And it, like, doesn't bother me at all, but it is like, yeah, I guess Hangman and Kayfabe is really losing it to start offering that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a belt.
Yeah.
You can buy them at Wilson Leather, you know? The number one place to get belts.
I do just assume, I'm like, well, Hangman wouldn't have agreed to do this storyline if he didn't have a plan. So I'm willing to let it all play out. But at the same time, I'm like, none of this is really sensical. And it doesn't seem to flow exactly right.
No. Because as you note, I didn't even try to explain the whole. All I know is that at every stage of this, I've been like, okay, so we're deciding on X, and then it's like, no, we're deciding on Y. And it's like, oh, we're deciding on Y. No, we're deciding on Z. That's what it's felt the whole time. It's like, I don't actually know why these plates are in the air. Right. But that's okay. So basically, Hangman was like, I want to do a Texas death match. MJF was like, I want to do a one-way no disqualification match where I can do anything I want and you can't. And either way, so that's one thing that's on the table. We have to figure out which of those we're going to do. But either way, you will not be able to challenge for this title again ever if you lose. So it's a bad bet, Mm-hmm. But they were flipping a coin for it. They flipped the coin. Hangman lost. MJF left. Then Hangman hopped on the mic and was like, okay, no, come back and show me the coin, which is good. It's like finally somebody, does something a little smart and says, obviously you were cheating.
Shivani just let MJF provide the coin. I feel like this was a drop ball on the part of administration.
That's because he was in his bad mood.
Yeah, he was in a horrible mood because he got yelled at for saying it was the ROH World Champion belt.
That must be it. He got punished. You guys are going to have to tell me. I don't know if I was just zoning out commentary a lot, but he did have so much stink face the whole night, but I didn't hear, I think, some of the things that he was saying that made everybody be like, he's in a horrible mood. What was he saying?
I wish I had the example right now, but Anne, do you remember the really bad one where Excalibur was like, or somebody was like, oh, it was about something about Spanish, and it was like, Tony, do you know what he's saying? And Tony just went, no, I don't.
Yeah, and I feel like he was really rude to Nigel at one point too. Anyway, yeah, I don't remember specifics, but
Nigel forgot their anniversary or something.
It looked like it, yeah. There was one point where the camera was on the commentary table and Excalibur was talking and Tony Schiavone was just staring straight ahead. Clearly his eyes were not seeing anything. His face was frowning like crazy, and Nigel kept just sneaking looks over to the side
really?
Over and over. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony straight up looked like an old school frowny face emoticon.
I mean, he did have throughout the night when you saw his face, it was just that's not a man who's thriving. I love that Nigel was sneaking looks like, girl, buck up. We're on the pod. I know you're having a bad week. We're on the pod right now.
Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me?
Am I sleeping on the couch tonight? It's what we all want to know. Okay, where am I in here? Oh, yeah. So anyway, I guess because he was in that bad mood, he was like, sure, MJF could provide the coin. Crazy. MJF tried to leave. Hangman, of course, as we know, has friends. He definitely does have friends. So they all came out of the tunnels to drive MJF back to the ring so that Tony could check the coin and be like, yeah, it certainly is rigged.
And once again, I love that they came out like the Mighty Ducks assembling where it was JetSpeed power. Then it was Brody King. And it was it was staggered in this very, very funny way.
Has Hangman interacted with Brody and Bandito?
You'd love if you don't think I know that. I know you don't think I know that. I liked that Tony Schiavone, maybe this is really normal, it probably is, but just the fact that he called the coin rigged for some reason was so crazy to me. I was like, well, it's just a double-headed coin. Rigged makes it sound like someone MacGyvered it. It's
like he weighted
not
it
a
so
real
it
coin.
Always lands on heads.
It's not real. So Tony Khan was watching from the backstage monitors, I guess really excited, and rang Tony up on his little earpiece and was like, okay, well, that's enough of that. It's going to be Texas Death. So MJF is now going to have a Texas Death match with Hangman at Revolution. And again, if Hangman loses, purportedly, he can never challenge for the AEW belt again. Any thoughts from the segment? Stuff you liked, stuff you didn't?
I actually weirdly enjoyed this segment for an MJF segment. Like, I felt like he was kind of like, his hair and outfit were crazy, but in kind of a fun way. Yeah. And when he was like, I'm going to throw my gum in the trash and then just chucked it into the crowd, it was like, that was nasty and pretty funny. Like, I really liked that.
I liked that as heel work. I was just like, that is repulsive and I genuinely don't like it. And I'm like, that's such an appropriate thing to do as a heel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I didn't mind it either. Like, the logic of the stips was like a little bit like, okay, guys, like, this is a lot, but like everybody's individual bits were fine. Hangman kept grinning at certain parts, like where like, and he just looks like an angel, and I was just like, is he having fun out there? Because if he's having fun, then I'll definitely let this play out.
Seemed like he loved that the crowd was chanting weed. He had the funniest expression. It was the most like, we'll be using that for years expression on his face of just like, what can I say? Weed.
Yeah, he's been grinning a lot the last couple weeks, actually, like in a way where he does look genuinely happy. So it's like, well, if you're having a good time, I'm happy.
We want people to be having fun out there. And you pointed out, Anne, he resisted the urge to yell too much, which
he talked I guess he was kind normal of volume, which I loved. He sounded kind of sexy, raspy too. So
and maybe
he had a very hoarse voice this week, which I liked. It's
because every other week he's yelled so much.
Yeah, that must be it. He was like, I'm on vocal rest. I did think I thought it was a pretty good segment. Leah, you had said I think you didn't enjoy MJF's hamming, or you just want to talk about his general ham situation.
I thought at the very, very end when like he tried to run backstage and all of Hangman's super friends lifted him up in the air and carried him back to the ring, and he was like theatrically thrashing around, I was a little bit like, okay, buddy, like this is, but then I was like in like kind of a weird thing about it where I was like, well, why do you like it when other people are incredibly hammy? Like, MJF is just being hammy, but I don't know. Something about it felt funny.
We've gotten so mad at him in the past, you know, like I think it's difficult that MJF's range is like enjoyably hammy to genuinely offensive and saying things that were like, that makes me enjoy watching this less because of like what you just did on the TV show. So I just give him less grace a lot of the time, even though like he really is, when he goes to Toontown, that is his sweet spot. He's very good at going to Toontown. Yeah. But sometimes in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, but are you about to do something that's not Toontown? It's like repulsive.
Like, unfortunately, very real life. Yeah. I know. His hamming does feel less fun, and it probably mostly is like just being tired of him in general. But sometimes I feel like he just feels like fairly direct. Like this, he actually felt like he was doing some stuff I hadn't seen him do before. Whereas like most of the time he's kind of in reruns, you know. So it's just like, oh, like stop. So
yeah. But I thought this really worked. I thought this whole segment really worked. I found him an enjoyable heel in there. I really did. I was just like, this is good.
I was pretty surprised because, like, I really have not given him much leeway the last little bit, but I did like this most.
Well, what are we learning? You got to give some people a short leash.
It's true.
Yep.
He earned it, I will say.
Okay. Kevin Knight fought Mansoor on this week's Dynamite and won. Afterwards, he breathlessly hopped on the mic to be like, I, the Jet, a.k.a. Two Fly, love being good at wrestling. And I have to read this whole quote because I thought, we watched Dynamite. I am doing the schedule today. I'm just like, oh yeah, and Kevin Knight had that promo that was really nothing funny. I'll just rewatch it. And then I transcribed every word because I was like, I kind of forgot. Kevin Knight, you're insane. Said, Hangman, I know you've been seeing the Jet get W's week after week after week. So after you win that world championship, I would love to throw my name in the hat and be your first challenger for that belt. I know that may be a little premature, and they say patience is a virtue. But in the meantime, the between time, sit back, enjoy the view, and give all praise to the one you look up to, the Jet. Because not only am I the future, the Jet is the here and now.
It's such a, like, no thoughts, head empty, like jock grind set. He's just like rise and grind. He's posting inspirational quotes to his Instagram. He's never read a book.
Every single second of that promo, I was like, that'll be the last word of the promo. It never was. It was like a copy pasta.
Give all praises to the one you look up to is just such a funny line.
And enjoy the view. He's telling Hangman to enjoy the view. It's like, okay, say more about that.
Is this normal teammate behavior? It's like, and next time, like we're coming out together. Enjoy the view. Take a big old gulp of a look at me, Kevin Knight, the Jet, aka Two Fly. I couldn't have felt more fondly towards him. He has the sweetest smile that anyone has ever had. So he's looking so pleased with himself. I'm like, I am so happy you're happy. This is absolute nonsense, and I cannot believe that you routinely, and I forget about it, you routinely come out and talk about yourself exclusively in the third person.
The thing is that, like, if he just doubled down on this and just for the next 10 years made this his gimmick where he gives promos that are just, kind of in the same genre as Mox, except instead of being, like, a beat poet, it's just
grind set.
An influencer on ecstasy.
And if he was telling everybody always to enjoy the view, he's like, I know you're looking at these pecs. Okay. Like
that would hit for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like if his gimmick is just like, I'm a huge flirt. I'm married. I'm a huge flirt. My husband does not mind. He's a geek. I will say. You pointed out.
He looked like such a geek this week. Speedball. He's wearing cargo pants and like kind of an ill-fitting tank with just like the sleeve. I don't know. The whole effect was like, oh, sweetheart.
He's just delivered Kevin Knight to the ramp, like, and you go out there, honey, and you flirt to your heart's content. And Kevin Knight said, hell yeah, brother.
Enjoy the view.
Enjoy the view. Wow, really enjoyed that. I actually don't want to talk about any potential plot implications. Let's move on.
It is crazy, though. I cannot think of another time that someone has challenged someone for the belt who does not have the belt yet, except in, like, cases where it was, like, an extreme foregone conclusion. So I'm just like, interesting. I still think the most likely outcome is probably that Hangman loses with shenanigans, but, like, what's this, you know?
Yeah, I have no idea. We've got multiple, because Andrade has basically been like, MJF, I want to fight you if you win. Now Kevin Knight is like, I want to fight if Hangman wins. Maybe Kevin and Andrade will fight each other and flirt with each other. Actually,
sweet.
Okay, wait a second. They both love to flirt. They both love to flirt.
They're both out there, like, enjoy the view.
The cogs are cogging for me. I'm just like, actually, that's not nothing. Somebody jot that down.
I just pictured the two of them trying to honeypot each other at the same time. Somehow canceling each other out.
They both think they're really doing something, and actually they're both trying to get information out of the other, and neither of them actually has the information. But they're both like, I'm in. I'm in. I've got this.
I've almost cracked him.
I feel like we've done one of these before. I feel like we've had one of these scenarios where we're just like, they both think that they're getting something out of the other, and then they accidentally date and are married for 60 years as a result.
And they're like, I'm about to crack him, like on their 50th anniversary.
I'm this close.
It would be the world's worst project, and don't ever do this, but if a listener ever went back and transcribed how many times we've come up with the same idea for multiple people over 5 years and been like, okay, get this. I have a great one for you. They go on a date.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know, because I will notice it sometimes and just be like, I know I've missed 10 times we did this. I'm only noticing this one time that I did it. Whatever. Anyway, okay, focus up, Allie. In world title scene adjacent news, Swerve came out on Dynamite to explain why he did what he did to Kenny Omega on last week's Dynamite. He was preceded by a revved up Prince Nana, who yelled at Tony Schiavone about how Swerve is rich and doesn't care that he did get fined $100,000 for murdering Kenny, an amount I didn't know.
Which was so funny. I don't think we've ever heard of anyone getting fined for their heel turn. Like, there has, I think, like, somebody got fined recently, possibly for, like, attacking, like, a ref or something, but like never that much, and never just for like attacking another wrestler. So it is sort of like Tony's backstage being like, but Kenny stumped his tummy.
He's special. He's my special boy.
He's my special boy. Oh my God, Swervy's gonna go back to Japan again.
He's like, I just barely get him out there once a month, and the one time I get him out there, you do this. It would be very funny. Swerve should get litigious. He should be like, you've never fined anybody for this before, and he should take it to wrestling court.
Yeah. It's called institutional racism.
And they should find in his favor and be like, we have to back fine everybody who's ever heel turned.
Oh my God. And the whole, like, so then every match is just a money match so that wrestlers can pay off their debts.
They're all now indentured servants of Tony's. The company actually owns them.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think, I'm like, almost everyone has heel turned. And anyone who hasn't ever heel turned has certainly been yelled at about it, but it would be funny to be like, who's winning now? Who's never beaten up a friend or colleague against the new regs?
Well.
Orange Cassidy and Darby are like, eat shit, nerds.
Okay, well, that's a free idea. What was I even talking about? Oh, yeah, so Prince Nana is being like, he doesn't care, he has tons of money, everybody better stand up for his big entrance. I've said it really was like that TikTok trend that's like, my girlfriend's going to tell you about her special interest and you better pretend to be interested. That was his vibe. It's just like, and you better look really scared because he needs that right now.
And the crowd is ready for it.
The crowd, well, we'll get into what this crowd was up to because it really made you think about wrestling as a medium. So Swerve came out in his leather and his formal chain and everything, and he topped on top of the announce desk, and he said, pretty sturdy this week because of what I, Evil, did to it last week. I see they've taken that into account. And he cut a promo about why he heel turned. And he started out pretty normal, beginning to a kind of a heel turn promo by being like, well, what did you guys think of the evil thing that I did last week to a man you love? And Denver said, yay! We loved it! Yay! It was Denver, right? Yeah, it was Denver.
Yeah.
So that was, and I would say that was the case throughout the whole promo.
Yeah.
That Denver was just like, we aren't in the mood to not cheer for Swerve. And we're actually not in the mood to be nice to Kenny either. At one point he was like, did you like when I murdered Kenny? And the crowd was just kind of like, kind of, yeah.
Kenny doesn't really go here anymore. He like doesn't wrestle for us, so...
I kind of felt for Swerve because I was just like, you could use a little more crowd participation, I think.
He was working really hard.
He was really trying.
He was really trying. He's like, guys, I'm a real bad guy. And they're like, yeah, but you're so cute.
We love you. We actually love you. Does one of you want to try and recreate the reasoning that you got out of him about the heel turn?
He basically was like, Hangman asked me a while ago whether I had regrets. And at the time, I said yes, because I thought I did. But I've been spending some time thinking about it. And actually, that was when I was most successful. So should I regret the things I did? No. In fact, I should do more of them. So I'm bad now.
Yeah. He did also say he didn't appreciate that Kenny called Brody King the most dangerous man at AEW. That seems to have been triggering for him. He was like, that was literally crazy. I'm literally the most dangerous man. I can't believe that you would call anybody else the most dangerous man. So I kind of had to prove that I'm the most dangerous man. And he was like, I am really, really good at murdering members of the elite. And I kind of, if I wanted to catch them all, I kind of had to get Kenny. And I have caught them all. And I've got so many full Pokeballs.
Should Swerve become the elite hunter?
You know? The thing is that when Frankie Kazarian was doing that gimmick, it was completely ludicrous, but I thought he knew it. And I think it turned out that he kind of didn't. Because he was like, why isn't anyone taking me seriously at this company? I have to leave and go to TNA or something. But it was as a comedy gimmick for him to constantly be swooping in like a big bird. like, I'm here to get the elite.
An over-tanned 50-year-old man with his hood over his face running out and punching Matt Jackson, then running away again.
If he'd known it was funny and meant for it to be funny, like it would have gone down in history. And it still has.
Yeah, that's why everybody except us brings it up all the time.
everyone accept us? What, are we not giving him his dues? What did you guys think of all this reasoning? Swerve saying he's going to live life with no regrets by doing tons of evil now.
Yeah, I don't know if it like fully checks out, but like I appreciated the callback, like that he's trying to make continuity with his character, and it really is like, you know, like Leah said last week when she astutely pointed out that losses matter to these people, which I hadn't realized.
Huge moment.
It was like he's lost, he's out of the title scene, he lost the big matches, and so now it kind of makes sense for him to like cast his mind back, like when was I successful, and be like, I was a bad boy then. Maybe I should get back to my killer instincts and do it. So it's like, it's not nothing.
No, it's not. It's not like the most rich like reasoning, but at the same time, I'm like, with the year that AEW has had, the fact that he tried at all gets him a lot of points in my book.
Really does.
And this, I mean, it is solid. It's not like he didn't build cathedrals, but he built something.
To me, it's kind of like it's giving like outline level, like where you're just like, okay, so that's kind of the basic thing that's going to be going on, and then later I'll write that in a more nuanced way where it's going to like be subtextual, it's going to come out subtextually, but then it's like it was like, oh, we don't have time, just throw the outline in there. That's what it felt like to me. So it wasn't like it didn't fully add up to me, but I can see how it could.
Yeah.
And it, you know what? My standards have never been lower, and this cleared them by a lot, honestly, by a ton.
Yeah,
so.
It's the kind of thing where it's like, oh, if they had like slow burned it like a little bit more, I think it totally could have paid off fine. But it's like, it's wrestling, so like,
and Kenny had to get killed so he could go on his fun work trip. So obviously. You know that. So what are you ain't that life, baby?
Right. like if they had actually been able to do it at the pay-per-view, then he could have slow burned it. It could have been fine. And it is fine. I mean,
it is fine. It's something you just could feel. I think I can just feel that I'm like, you could have done some beat in there that would have been like, oh, that is interesting. That's a little complicating. And we didn't have time for that. And that's okay. You know? Yeah. That's okay. What else do we have here? Oh, yeah. So he did all of this, and the audience was like, yay, that's so cool that you're a heel now. And he, again, worked really hard. Clearly, he was just like, I murdered Kenny Omega. Remember him, Kenneth Jerome Omega? Ever heard of him? One of the best ever to do it. You love him. And the crowd was like, we love you.
You're actually, we were so nervous we wouldn't get to see you tonight, but we are getting to see you, and it's so exciting.
It's really fun. I couldn't even be mad at them. You know?
I know.
It's just like, you guys are not doing your job, but whatever.
And some of the crowd members were trying.
They were trying.
They were being like, they were grinning and booing at the same time, kind of thing.
Yes.
So.
I like when you can hear some people in the crowd clearly like turning like around, being like, boo, boo, boo. Remember, that's our role right now. We have to boo. And then everyone else just being like, no, not right now. So they cut after this segment to Brody King backstage with Bandito being like, I actually am very dangerous. You've said that you're the most dangerous. I'm actually very dangerous myself. And I will prove it tonight by murdering Mark Davis. And then he and Mark Davis fought. And that was just a celebration of bodies to me. I celebrated them. For us and for commentary. Because all commentary kept being was like, wow, look at these two beefy bodies touching each other. You love to see two large men touch each other. They're really... Let's say it exactly the way Don Callis said it. He said, I just love, Nigel, seeing a couple of big, burly, strong men get their mitts on each other. It was like, me too, but I would never say it on TV like that.
Don Callis is like, what do you think
what
I'm doing in my mansion? It's all day long.
Why do you think I have so many big beefy men in the first place?
Don Callis is like, that's my reason for living, buddy.
Why have we never seen Don Callis recruit a man by going up to him, touching his bicep and saying, wow, check out these big boys. I would love to see your mitts on another man. Why? Why not? Great bodies.
They also called out Mark Davis's low center of gravity, so that was fun.
Bottom heavy Mark Davis, they said. I'm really mad. I realized when we were talking about that the Acclaimed were doing their whole storyline just while we were off, and now I haven't seen him since we got
Dude,
back.
Did you see that they won worst storyline at the
That's crazy.
Wrestling Observer Awards?
I'm so
are you
furious
fucking
about that.
kidding me?
The rest of the awards
offensive.
seem fine.
That's literally offensive.
It
It's
was
so
like
offensive.
the best feud of the year. Like, I don't know what is wrong with those people.
This is not a good environment. This is not, we're surrounded by fools. I'm sorry, but we are. That's crazy. Because especially when it's like, imagine saying that about a storyline that you almost never saw on AEW Dynamite. You know what I mean? Like, grow up.
It mostly took place in Twitter promos. Like,
grow the fuck up.
It was like in 1 minute or less, like once a month, like on television. Like, please.
Some of you spoiled little freaks deserve to be grounded, and you should not be getting your allowance again for a year. Yeah. That's what I'll say. Who raised you?
Don't even deserve Max Caster's bottom heavy body.
God, I know that's right. Anyway, it really was a night where it felt like after every single match, someone hopped on the mic, breathless, panting, heaving, complimentary, and was just like, let me say a couple things. Brody hopped on the mic and was like, Swerve, I want you to look into my eyes and tell me that I'm not exactly who I say I am. I am number one in violence. I'm the most dangerous man in AEW. March 15th, Revolution, my backyard. I'm looking for a fight. Woof, woof, woof. Remember when we had that cat idea? What was that?
It was Will Ospreay taunting Brody
by being like, we're cool cats.
Yeah. Who were we saying he was sitting with? Was it like
Kenny? I think it was Kenny.
Oh yeah, it was Kenny.
We're a couple of cool cats, isn't that right, Ken?
Gonna meow at him. Yeah.
Meow at him. Oh my gosh. Okay. What am I even saying here? Oh, yeah. So he was like, he's going to fight Swerve at Revolution. And then Bandito came out and was like, me too. I'd love to fight somebody too. And I'd love to fight somebody. Anybody want to fight? And then Andrade came out and was like, me. And I was like, what? But I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see it.
It'll be a fun match. Yeah, it was sort of like, oh, okay. Like, yeah.
I might have missed something.
Bring your little friend and he can challenge anybody too.
I just thought it was so it was so comical. Like, clearly they're like, we got to set up these. We're running out of time. Let's get these matches set up. But it was so funny for Bandito to just be like trotting out afterwards. Like, I also as well. I'd love to have a match.
He's like, hey, by the way, I'm here too.
Me, the other half of Bandito.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Moving on. Wow, that was a long segment. Let's speed along. This week on Collision, the Young Bucks family. Oh, this is going to be a bad one for me. Okay. I was kind of watching while I wrote this, and there were a lot of zags for old Allie. This week on Collision, the Young Bucks families were in attendance for their match versus Blake Christian and Lee Johnson, known as the Swirl. They are currently being mentored by Jay Lethal, who calls them the Lethal Swirl. And they gave a very funny little backstage promo together where they were both being like, we love our dad, Jay Lethal, one of the best wrestlers in the entire world. And Jay Lethal said, you love me, I love you. He said, I'm tired of people calling these guys the future when I know they're the right now. I was like, present was right there.
Didn't Kevin Knight also say he was the right now? Like, is this just how wrestlers talk? Is this their dialect?
I don't know.
And I like that they infect each other. So, like, phrases like that will get passed on. You're like, guys, there's a word for that already.
And it was, it's like, it just wasn't, well, anyway. But you know what? Fine. Normal fun match. Allie. Okay. Someone at one point on commentary said, as Taz would say, pump those hips. Have you guys heard Taz say that before?
No. He does like to talk about people's hips, but I've never heard him say pump.
Taz would say pump those hips. There's no way that he's been saying that this whole time and we've never noticed.
Because we would have commented on it.
We would have noticed that. We would have noticed. Okay, nothing of this matters. None of the rest of what I wrote there matters. So the Young Bucks win. And all is well with the world. But then, at the end of Collision, Drip and Dribble are fighting the Little Rascals. And Dribble is trying to murder one of the Rascals, whose name is Myron Reed, which is really funny.
It's like, it's like, is that your legal name, or did you decide that was your ring name? Because either way, it's kind of insane that you did that.
Hilarious.
How could you decide for that to be your name? Like, what would have been happening? What would your logic be? I have family members named Myron.
Do you really?
I knew a kid
do.
my own age
Yes.
named Myron in elementary school.
That's crazy to me. Mine is my grandfather, but
Yeah, that's more normal. Myron Reed is 28 and from Louisville, Kentucky. That's crazy.
Do you know him?
No, I don't think.
wow.
My age is not 28, I will say that.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
Which, by the way, I'm so sorry. Emmy called us out for last podcast, and she was correct for the fact that I said MJF was around our age. He's not. He's not remotely.
No.
how old is he?
Like 28. Like
We're like 28 basically. No, I didn't even hear you say that. I actually did not even hear you say that.
I did.
said it.
I was like,
I don't even remember saying it, but I did, and I don't know what I meant by that.
Is he Gen Z? When is the
I
split?
think so.
Yeah. He's got to be.
I think so.
When
Generation
does
Z.
Gen start?
Ever heard of it?
1997, so...
This week on Twitter.com, which I'll be quitting, which you guys will be cutting me off from soon. Go ahead.
Yeah. He's actually just barely missed the cutoff for Gen Z, so he is technically a millennial.
He's a millennial,
He's
a younger millennial.
He's a tweener.
Yeah, he's a
tweener.
tweener. He's on the cusp, yeah.
Well, I just saw people talking about how Gen Z is starting to get bullied by Gen Alpha, and I thought, yeah, good.
I love that. Yeah.
Good, you deserve
It's
it.
your time. It's your time. And I've taken it in silence, you know? Even though I've never said hecking doggo once in my life, I suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune from you guys.
The generational discourse is really going like a lot faster than it used to, you know? It's like, wow, the next generation is
Microtrends.
nipping at your heels pretty quick, so...
And a part of that is just aging. Life starts
the years
speeding up.
do keep coming.
And what are we talking about? That's the thing I don't know.
Myron.
Myron. Oh, yeah. Well, Cash Dribble Wheeler.
Cash dribbled Myron.
Cash dribbled Myron on the steel steps, which I guess I don't think that I fully understood this because I was just like kind of all par for the course. But the Young Bucks came out and were just like, you cannot be doing that. You have to stop. That's so unacceptable. And they came out kind of like it was like they were being good. I mean, they were good guys and they were being good guys. But I was just like, I don't know. I kind of thought they could do that. I guess you can't. People usually don't object. And so they managed to kind of get the Little Rascals back in the game, and they managed to pin Drip for a shot at the tag team belts. And the Young Bucks were really proud. The Little Rascals ran to them on the ramp. Like, we did it, daddies. Like, we did so good. We're babies. And the Young Bucks looked really proud. They love adopting young tag teams. And I don't even know what age the Little Rascals are. They might be our age. How old are they?
Well, Myron Reed is 28 and Zachary Wentz is 31. I just looked up, so they're not our age.
They're not really babies at all, but they're not our age.
They're kind of
somewhere
MJF's
between.
age. Yeah.
Somewhere between babies and our age. Anyway, the Young Bucks were proud of them, but they didn't really have time to celebrate it too much because then Gates of Agony came out to attack them while FTR, quote, got into it with Matt and Nick's father at the barricade, and Stokely threw powder in his face. A lot of powder has been happening.
I didn't
Commentary said,
understand that,
"Oh no, the powder."
Commentary
they
kind of behaved as if like all people in wheelchairs carry baby powder, and so he was just like, "Oh, Stokely had the wheelchair powder," and just threw it at him, and it was like, "Now what powder is he carrying?"
I don't know. Anytime powder comes up in wrestling, at this point for me, I'm just like, it's Don Callis' powders. That's the only powder there is. So I'm just like, a new alliance is formed. Don Callis has given him some powders.
And those powders
then he
are meant to
wasted
be ingested,
Absolutely.
not applied topically, you know?
It'd be very funny to imagine Stokely going backstage and Don Callis being like, what a waste of good powders. I'm never working with you again.
Meanwhile, the young Buck's father starts getting swole from his topically applied powders.
Their brother Malachi took a big bump. Good for him. And so that was really rude behavior from everyone. It had to be countered. So on Dynamite this week, Jack parried the Young Bucks and why would I have done this to
Little
myself?
Rascals, I think. But LR is crazy.
I think as I was doing it, I knew this would happen, but I still did it. And the Little Rascals teamed up to fight Drip and Dribble and the Demand.
Nice.
Can you believe I got there? I didn't think I would. And this was the main event of Dynamite. Extremely fucking fun party match. Thank God. Finally a party match. That's the whole thing, that we had a party match.
And it was it was just like a blast from beginning to end. Like, I enjoyed it so much. I think the Young Bucks are so good at like choreographing those. So like you just like, it doesn't feel overwhelming. Sometimes when there's two like some people are in the stands, some people are ringside, some people are backstage. I can sometimes get a little dizzy with it, where I'm like, okay, this, like, focus up. But like, I never do that in these kind of matches, and I just had such a nice time. And I was like, people don't respect these kind of matches. They make fun of them for being PWG, but it gets the people going.
We love PWG.
Yeah.
We weren't there, but we love it in retrospect. It was just such a fun end to the night, and they did some stuff that you don't usually do on like they did. I always think of it as a pay-per-view thing, doing the like, somehow someone's music is looping over and over again. But it's fun to me every single time they do it, and it's fun that it was Jack Perry's.
And they did
music.
a good, like, just having Jungle Boy get attacked during his entrance, so the music keeps playing. Like, that's fun, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've said here hot yam bag action, which was a really inexplicable way for me to phrase what happened.
They threw Dax headfirst into Cash's crotch, and Cash got that yam bag.
Hot yam bag action. I'm sure we would all agree. And we had some prop innovations. Anyone want to speak to that?
Who was it? Was it JB who pulled a vacuum from under the ring?
A vacuum.
That's fun.
That's crazy.
A dirt devil.
I didn't know they kept them under there. Thought it was just tables and chairs.
It was not well maintained, I'll say that.
No, it's full of dust. It was absolutely chock full of dust. Some janitor backstage was like, great, now that thing's not going to work tonight.
Well, I want to be like, hey, Mr. Janitor, you can change a filter or two in there.
It was funny. I was like, this is so, anytime someone uses an unusual prop, I'm like, this is entertainment. This is what I come here for. Yeah. I don't know if it was Jack Perry, I think it was, who just like released all the dust, more powders, into Gates of Agony's faces. I didn't know that I was going to find that as, like, viscerally alarming as I did, where I was like, God, no, not vacuum dust. And I couldn't stop thinking about it for the rest of the match. I was just like, that is so vacuum dust everywhere. You can still see it over there. Vacuum dust everywhere you look.
Especially if it's like a venue vacuum where you're like, that's skin cells from millions of people.
I feel like it's the kind of thing like someone getting stapled, where it's like, I think this hurts less than most of the things they do, but it's so relatable that it's really viscerally upsetting, you know?
I know. I was like, I wouldn't, like, I feel like my vibe would be like, I actually have to leave the match now. Like, I know I said I could do it, but I actually can't. I actually have to go wash my hands in every part of my body. Goodbye.
Maybe that's what was going on with Roddy when he left the match, is he just... He's like, guys, I got grossed out. I don't know.
Guys, this is gross. Like, do you ever think about like how many people have touched this mat? I have to leave. I have to go call Kyle. Okay. Any other thought? Oh, I guess just what's going to happen at Revolution. Is there the only match here for upcoming FTR versus Young Bucks, Drip and Dribble versus Young Bucks. I assume these other men will do something. Like,
well, they just won a title shot, right? Or was that the title shot? No, because that was not a...
The Little Rascals have a title shot with FTR, but presumably not before Revolution. When is Revolution?
2 weeks?
It's gotta be in March, but...
Yeah, it's March 15th, but is that 2 weeks from now? Yeah.
I'll be honest, guys. I don't think we're going to get anywhere with this conversation. We don't know what the fuck's happening. Can I be real? I don't know that we have any insights to offer here. I don't even know what I'm asking, really.
It's like, do we think the Young Bucks are going to win the titles?
No.
I hope so.
Well, I don't know.
If they did.
If this was happening 2 months ago, I would have been like, no, of course they're not, because Kris and Christian are going to take it off of Drip and Dribble. But, like, now that Kris and Christian have become a myth to me, I'm like, anything can happen.
That's true.
They rode off into the sunset together. That's so beautiful for them.
Tony's like, if I can't get him on the phone, I guess we're just going to have to give the belts back.
Well, we got to be getting some big surprise at Revolution. You have to assume, right? And we know now it's not going to be AJ Styles. He signed a new deal with WWE. Sucks to suck.
He said, I love WWE forever. I've got a WWE tattoo on my forehead now.
I'll be honest. I don't know anything about this man, okay? He may have been the best wrestler in the world. I really don't know.
The only thing I really know is that Bryan Danielson called him out for believing in flat Earth. It was a beautiful clip that I think of often.
Well,
and his retort was, "You have flat feet."
Well, that merely reinforces my feeling that's like, I'm so sorry to anybody out there who's crushed, who's hurt, who wanted to see AJ Styles. I'm glad I don't have to meet him. I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with you guys. I didn't want to deal with you being like, push AJ Styles to the moon. I didn't want to deal with it. So I'm relieved that he's at WWE forever. I'm sorry to say it, but I am.
Yeah.
I prefer retaining a situation where I have to think very hard about whether AJ Styles is married to CM Punk or not. So,
and if he came here, I'd probably start remembering that he's not. So,
damn it, and that would be a loss.
It would be.
I love that. You're right that when you see that AJ, you don't know. You don't always know. You don't always know. You don't always remember which one is which. No. So true. What were you going to say?
I would love, though, if we just started that misinformation campaign to be like, yeah, of course AJ Styles is going to re-sign with WWE. He's married to CM Punk.
And CM Punk can't come back, and we all know married couples want to stay together. Yeah. So.
Their marriage is in enough trouble. They don't need this.
Yeah, right. It's like the amount of infidelity there would be if they were at different promotions. Like, come on.
Oh, my God. Okay, you heard it here first.
Punk punched Jungle Boy on purpose to get back to his husband, AJ Styles.
He was being
It's actually romantic when you think about it.
It's really beautiful. Wow. I hope that Jungle Boy sends them an anniversary card every year. Yeah, AJ Styles and CM Punk married couple. Married lovers. Okay. Well, and I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Shall we move on?
I think that was our answer to what do we think is going to happen at Revolution? CM Punk and AJ Styles are going to get married.
We'll celebrate their anniversary. It's actually coincidentally the same weekend as Revolution. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that an interesting fact that you just learned from this podcast?
That's why we didn't win at the Golden Globes.
So who gives a shit if the Young Bucks are going to win the belts or not, or Cope and Christian are going to come back, or even Kris and Christian? Who cares? Celebrate love for a change. Try celebrating love. Let's move on. Megabad and the Babes of Wrath had a rematch this week on Dynamite. I do think so. There's only two things to say here. One, Penelope Ford got injured, and that really fucking bums me out. I'm really fucking sad.
From the schedule, and I was really, really sad. She just came back. That bums me out.
I'm really, really sad. The only thing I can say for her series of injuries is that it has somehow made me love her more and more in her absence. That anytime she's gone, I'm just like, I need Penelope back, but I'm really bummed out for her. The other thing, I just think that we should mention it. Nigel McGuinness, you cannot say boobs of wrath.
No, absolutely not.
We're just drawing a clear boundary here, okay? It's all fun and games to look back on JR saying Jezebels and say, I almost miss it, but I don't actually miss it.
No. And it's like, JR at least is an old man. What's your excuse, sir?
You're not old enough. You're not old enough for this shit. No wonder you're in the doghouse.
Can I say something, though? That would be a killer fucking line for Toni Storm to call Megabads at some point.
It'd be wonderful if she said it.
She said it.
Sometimes you have to accept in this world, you may think of something that seems so fun and clever to you and could be in the right circumstances. Sometimes you have to accept, like, I'm not the person who can say it.
Yeah.
So give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Although I think Toni Storm could have come up with boobs of wrath on her own. Probably.
Yeah, it's not
she probably had that
clever. Yeah.
No.
He could do, Seth Meyers does that jokes Seth can't tell, where he gets his comedy writers to come out and tell the jokes he can't tell. It's like, Nigel, if you need to summon like a queer woman to the ring to say boobs of wrath for you, sure, go for it.
We have plenty. So just give it to somebody else, and I don't want to hear that out of you again. I'm very serious, Nigel.
Yeah.
I'm as mad at you as Toni is. I don't want to hear it out of you again.
You should see her face. It is so
it's serious.
Upset.
Renee Paquette once again interviewed Thunder Rosa and Kris Statlander together backstage.
And I laughed my way through this entire segment.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I think...
Unfortunately, I'm just so charmed by the headcanon from last week that Thunder Rosa just keeps showing up to Chris's interviews.
And be like, well, you guys don't mind, right? You don't mind. And then she stands right in front of Kris so the camera can't see her.
That still was the vibe because, so Renee was supposed to be interviewing, I guess, both of them. Unclear. Why would you be interviewing them together is all I'll say, but fine. She's supposed to be interviewing them. Thunder Rosa immediately cuts her off one word into the question. And it's just like, basically, not fucking now, Renee. I've got to cut a little promo on Tekla. And is just like cutting the promo about how she helped make this title that Tekla's holding, and so she's going to get her, and she doesn't have time to play stupid little games, little girl or whatever. And Kris is like basically like just like almost tapping her on the shoulder, like I would just say again, like let's be so careful. Thunder Rosa is like, what? You don't think I can do this? And then she says this, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Life is a risk, and you have to take it with me on Collision, the Sisters of Sin versus you and I. Honestly, the power of just saying to someone that you have almost no relationship with, actually, life is a risk and you have to take it with me. What's going on?
It's
going on,
deranged behavior, and it would be such a funny, conscious character choice, but it doesn't feel like it is.
No.
I can't tell because Thunder Rosa, Kris literally again was like, I'll be there. Let's just be so very, very careful. And Thunder Rosa said, I don't do careful. She leaves. Renee is like, thank God, speaking for all of us, is like, Kris, why are you so worried about this situation? And Kris just kind of looks at her and looks at the camera and then shakes her head slowly like, oh, Renee, if you knew the things that I know, but I could never tell you. And then she leaves.
I was obsessed with this.
What does it mean?
Because it's like she was so clearly trying to convey something with her acting.
Yes.
But what was it?
And what I will say is that is kind of, and I love her to death, it is kind of the Kris Statlander special.
Yeah.
I will say she does love to sometimes do that, like, oh, wouldn't you like to know? And I'm like, what I would like to know right now is that you know. I actually don't need to know yet, but I want to know for sure that you do know, because I'm not sure if there's something to know.
She like read that like Meryl Streep her character always has a secret, and she's like, great, I have a secret, but she didn't decide on the content of the secret like at all.
Yes, yeah, that's correct. That actually feels like the most right thing that anyone has ever said about Kris's enduring characterization, and I love her to death. It really is making it sound like, I don't know, like the energy of their interactions is that Kris and Thunder Rosa once killed a man together. And Tekla...
It was the first time they met.
It was the first time. And Tekla may have evidence that this occurred. And Kris is being like, let's never forget that Tekla knows about when we killed that man, and then we could never talk to each other again because we had to distance ourselves from each other so that we could never get caught. And Tekla knows about it. And Thunder Rosa is just like, I'd love to go to jail. It would be my fucking pleasure to go to jail. For killing a man, it would be my pleasure.
Would
Kris
you
is
relax?
Like,
Life is a risk, Kris.
Take it with me. Take it all the way down to the Supermax.
Thunder Rose is like, that was last year. Kris is like, there's no statute of limitations.
Thunder Rose, why are you still so hung up on that guy?
Oh my God, get over it.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
And I know she made Kris bury that body and didn't even help.
No.
Yeah.
She was just talking. She's chit-chatting. She's leaning on the shovel. She's chit-chatting. Kris is digging. Kris is digging.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Well, okay, we kind of figured it out. That works for me.
Yeah, I think
that
so.
makes this all make sense to me.
That's going to enrich my view
Yeah.
of the situation quite a
for
bit.
sure.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that Kris doesn't feel like she can just say, like, go away.
Right, get
like,
out of my promo, yeah, because Thunder Rosa also knows what happened, so.
I feel like it's got to be like revenge, like Pretty Little Liars vibes too, where it's like at any given moment, anyone could be like, you wouldn't believe the evidence I have. Like, it's like they said, like, there's no evidence. Like, we burned all the evidence. And Thunder Rosa is just like, I don't even know. I don't know how fire works. Wink. You know, like, it's like, well, did you burn it or not? Did you burn the evidence or not? Wink.
It's going to be like, Kris is going to be like, okay, I think we got everything. But the thing is that Tekla found Thunder Rosa's diary where Thunder Rosa had written, we killed that guy.
We killed that guy.
And Kris is like, what the hell? And Thunder Rosa was like, well, I didn't know. How was I supposed to know someone would go in my locker and read my diary?
She's like, it had do not read on the front of it. Like, so I think I took the proper precautions.
This whole storyline checks out to me now. You know what I love about us? We can solve anything. We can solve anything. We can solve anything. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Mox fought El Clone. That was totally fine and fun. I thought it was going to be another time limit draw. It came really close. And I was like, Mox is feeling really generous recently. And he is. But it was not a draw. I will just say, someone on commentary, I don't remember who, called El Clone Don Callis' digital assassin. I just have to drive it home again. I'm sorry. I know you guys don't want to hear about it. But he's not. He's just a man. You had an opportunity for him to be a digital assassin when it was like hologram is a hologram and El Clone maybe is a corruption of his code, and they could have been like the same person, but the code got corrupted. You didn't do that. They're just now two normal men.
Yeah, they're just men.
There's nothing digital about him.
Do you think by digital they mean like finger?
Well, Ian, I didn't, but now that you've said it, you want to make your case?
I mean, he has hands on his normal man hands. He
does
those
have
fingers.
I've
that.
Oh,
he's got 10 of them.
I thought you were suggesting that like maybe his gimmick is that like he fingers his opponent during his matches.
That is what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's rare that I say like I don't like this. I don't like when my girls are going. Let's say this, he didn't get a chance to do that gimmick in this match.
Mox would have been the person to do it with, too. Yeah.
Mox would have loved it. So if he didn't do it here, I don't think he's doing that one.
They really missed their chance.
They missed their chance. Wow, someone should have told them about what digital assassin could mean. Someone really should have told them that. Okay. Later in the night, we got a backstage segment with Kyle Fletcher, who's repinkified the TNT title. I guess he's calling it Pinky, and he's calling the old belt Sylvie, or Tommaso Ciampa was calling the old belt Sylvie.
Tommaso Ciampa was calling it Sylvie, which apparently it's apparently a reference to NXT when he held that belt, which he called Goldie. I don't know. It's like a thing. I'm less charmed by it. The last time he called it Sylvie, I thought he was having some kind of like mental breakdown where he was like personifying the belt, but it's something else, and I don't care.
That's disappointing.
Referencing NXT, that's repulsive.
NXT? There's nothing to be celebrated about that.
I do think it's nicely demoralizing to come in, immediately name a belt something, and be like, "This is my beautiful belt, Sylvie," and then immediately lose the belt.
Lose the belt to somebody who's like, and then I took it to the spray painter, and I got it spray painted. A beautiful, bright bubblegum pink.
Now her name is Pinky.
This all came out because Tommaso Ciampa did have a little promo segment on Collision. He was looking what I've called low energy casual. Like, he looked a little run down, which is how I like a man to be. He looked kind of like, well, I got here. Seemed like I was doing kind of good. Kind of got that belt. Then I did kind of lose that belt. And then Kyle Fletcher went to Grand Slam Australia, and he's from Australia. And, like, guess what he did? He fucking stayed around there afterwards to visit with his stupid family. Fuck you, Kyle. He looked bummed out. He said, come back. Be here. Kyle, come back. Be here. I want that belt, and I want to scrub it clean. Yeah. And so then on Dynamite, Kyle was like, absolutely, no way you're ever going to scrub this belt clean, but I guess we can. I don't know. Didn't think this went anywhere, to be honest. I don't know why I'm describing any of it. I was just interested to see Ciampa again. I'm still feeling out that relationship.
I know. I thought we'd be seeing more of him than we are, and it's like, I'm not complaining, but he is kind of fascinating when you see him, because it is just like, what is this man?
A troll king. Once again, in the middle of watching his little promo, I thought, a troll king with 4 useless sons. I was so right to say that. I was right about that. So then Okada shows up while Kyle's being like, I have a belt called Pinky. And what does Okada have to say, girls?
I was obsessed with Okada in this promo because I can't figure out what's going on with him, because his voice, he's like, Kyle, do you want to get in some trouble with it is I, your best friend.
He's like, we both have belts, unlike Takeshita, and you're my best friend.
It's very broad, which I like.
I love it, but it's unclear to me whether he has an actual plan that he's using Kyle to execute an dastardly manipulation against Takeshita, or he's just a chaos demon because he learned how to shit on the floor from the Young Bucks.
He's like, what if I did Dookie right here?
Yeah. Okada's like, I hung out with the Young Bucks a lot, and now I destroy every friendship I have. So
just when I see a friendship, I kind of want to get in there and break it apart. I know. I love it. I'd love to see more people trying to manipulate people like this, where they're like, we're both champs, and that guy is kind of not a champ, and we're best friends, so...
I know. He said, I like the way he phrased it, too. He said, I also consider you my best friend. And on Collision, for the first time ever, I propose. And somewhere in there, he took like a little pause to gather his thoughts. And I was like, you're going to propose? You're going to propose to him? I was like, I love proposal. He said, I propose that we team up as Protokata. I consider you my best. I consider you my best friend. Yeah. Which actually was such Mean Girl. That was so Regina George. Like, I consider you my best friend. Like, who do you consider to be your best friend?
Yeah.
Is it me? Is it also me?
My little nephew has a little friend. They were getting babysat together, like him and a little girl, and they were like obsessed with each other, like holding hands all the time and stuff. And the other day, my brother was like, Henry, is Geneva your friend? And Henry said, no, she's my best friend. And Okada had a little of that energy.
I wish we could have seen back in the day a Best Friends promo like that, where someone was like, are you guys friends? No, we're best friends. Maybe they did that. I don't know. I don't remember any of that anymore. It's all so far away. It's gone. It's cold here.
History.
I'm shivering. All right. Protokata, let's do it, baby. Kyle agreed. After a moment's consideration, Renee behind them, seemingly relieved to be in a segment that she could kind of follow, said, Protokata.
We're just like, thank God there's not like a background murder here confusing me that I don't know about.
I'm like kind of wondering if the thing about that murder is that like actually everybody knows. And everybody's like, I'm the only person who knows. So Renee is like, I know who did that murder.
Renee's like, I was in the locker room and I asked Kris if she had any Advil, and she said, yeah, check my bag. And I went in there and there was like a bloody towel, and I don't know.
And I just got that. And then moments later, one of them said to the other, I can't believe we murdered that man. So that kind of clinched it. And suddenly I knew something wasn't right. All right. And then do you have anything you want to say about Darby OC and Gabe Kidd? All that happened is Roddy is still MIA, which everyone's commenting on quite a bit, but it's like pretty unclear where he is or why he is where he is, or... It would be funny if Roddy had been, like, kidnapped, actually. He left in a snit, got kidnapped, and everyone is just like, he's just in a bad mood. I think he's sulking.
Toni Storm does not really have a storyline right now. I think she should put back on her Carmen Sandiego outfit and go find him.
Yay! That'd be so fun.
I think she should be on that case.
I did love OC's little wanted missing posters missing Kyle.
Yeah, that was very funny.
Or Roddy.
That was nice. Very, very funny. So OC fought Gabe Kidd. I guess because he and Darby are affiliated together, though, Leah, you had a good point about that.
Have they ever spoken to each other? They've been aligned several times in the past 5 years. Have we ever seen them interact in any way? Because I think they haven't. And if that's true, in kayfabe, that is literally the funniest thing in the world.
I think it's totally possible, because we've seen them in frames together. We've seen them definitely nod meaningfully at each other, at least one of them to the other. Neither of them likes talking.
No.
Especially not to people they wouldn't consider, intimates. So I think it's totally possible that we've never seen them utter a sentence to each other, which is very funny.
Yeah. It's hysterical. Like, I like the kayfabe aspect of it, that they're consistently aligned and yet have never bothered to interact in any way. That's so funny.
In a way, isn't it a typical male friendship?
Yeah, pretty classic. And it's like the idea that the reason that they're always aligned now is because they both love so much that they don't have to discuss it. They're like, yeah, he's the best guy to be allied with. Like, never have to fucking talk to him. Never ask me a fucking single thing about myself. Love it. Amazing. We just hit stuff together. We know we can depend on each other for that. So OC did lose to Gabe Kidd, which it's good. It's good for people to lose. So I like that. I like our fave celeb to lay down, but I thought for Gabe Kidd,
I know
the indignity of it.
No, it's not
our
right.
child losing to Gabe Kidd, who looked like the Lorax somehow for the whole match. I don't know about that. But then Darby came out afterwards and skateboarded everyone into submission. Clark Connors came out being like, "I'm so cute, Leah. Don't you think I'm cute?" He came out and
everybody else thinks he's really cute.
Everyone else thinks he's so cute. He came out and he and Gabe Kidd were beating up on OC, and then Darby came out and skateboarded everyone. And I said, once again, what is going on with him right now? Is not wrestling any matches, but is like, I'd love to come out and do a little something, boss. I'd love to do a little something. No problem.
Are they going to do a foursome for Revolution?
Sexually.
I'd love for them to do a foursome, maybe not with Gabe Kidd, but...
Gabe Kidd is, if I had to eject one man from that foursome, probably it would be Gabe Kidd, Gabe the Lorax Kid. But
not me. It'd be Clark.
So you're going to say yes to Mr. Fishbelly?
He's the better of the
You think Gabe
options.
Kidd is better than Clark Connors?
I think that she's digging her heels in.
Clark Connors' face makes me mad.
Why? What's going on there? What's he triggering for you?
Does it go back to your childhood?
That's okay. I don't think we'll see them do a sexual foursome, if I'm totally honest. I doubt they will do a sexual foursome, if I'm honest. But they could have a wrestling match, yes.
You'd think they're surely building to some kind of wrestling match.
It doesn't, I don't know what it means that it hadn't occurred to me until you said it, that could be coming up. And then you said it and it was like, obviously. 4 men, 2 on each side, got a pay-per-view coming up. That checks out. That
really is the vibe on the podcast lately. But Lee's the only one who knows what wrestling is between you and me.
It's my proximity to Trish and Sarah.
In fairness, even Leah last week was just barely reasoning through the idea that men don't like to lose. Leah was like, "This is crazy, but just bear with me. Men don't like to lose." And then you were like, "What the fuck?"
Wow, that is an angle I'd never considered, and it really opens things up for me. Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to an area of actual expertise for the pod. Da 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 da.
Hey, now that's a boy that I could get into.
Oh, God, this is such a good wrestle boy.
Perfect boy. Glide, you beautiful boy. Glide, you beautiful boy.
Best spots in AEW tournament.
Seeding the bodies. March Madness is officially underway.
It's official. All right, let me share my screen.
I'm so excited to hop into the back seat. Ooh, baby, I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm going to start drinking my weed seltzer.
Okay, can you guys see that PowerPoint?
Oh, I sure can.
Let me see if I can get it in. Well.
Oh, spoilers.
See if you can get it in, yeah.
Good enough. Okay, I was going to see if I could do presentation mode, but I don't. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
ooh,
nice.
Ooh, man.
All right, we'll see if our faces block it at all. All right, 2026 best male pods in AEW. The B2.
The B2 is so good.
All right, so just to go through for the listeners, last year we did a single elimination tournament where the 3 of us did the body seeding to decide who went into the bracket. But this year, the listeners were in charge of nominations, and they nominated 88 different wrestlers.
Wow.
Got some form of nomination, which is almost 2/3 of the roster, which is pretty impressive. And I was looking at the roster, and the official roster still contains Danhausen, Keith Lee, and Paul White, and those were just 3 I happened to see. So
Yeah.
pretty impressive. And we are here to celebrate bodies in our Best Spots
yes,
tournament.
yes,
So
yes.
I just wanted to point out.
That's one of the
point
most
of this
beautiful
is-
things I've ever seen. Just to realize like the diversity of opinions that people are going to have about what the absolute best body is. I love that.
Yeah.
We got nominations where I was like, really? Huh? And it's like, wow,
He has a body?
human taste it's wide and it's incredible and it's a beautiful thing.
There's a lid for every pot.
A lid for every pot,
so
and
true.
I think everyone should rest secure in that. So people could submit up to 20 bodies, and you rank them. So like if someone got a number 1 rank, I gave them 20 points. A number 2 rank got 19 points, all the way down to a number 20 rank got 1 point, and then I added all the points up and ranked them. And the top 12 are in the B2, which is a round robin this year, Connie style. And the rules are 100% stolen Connie rules. So there's 2 divisions, 6 wrestlers in each division. They are going to all fight each other within their divisions. The winner of one division fights the runner-up of the other division in the semifinals, and then the final will be between those winners. So
I know she does enjoy it, so that's a good thing. But I will say to the listeners, you guys better be really fucking nice to Ann this week. You better be really nice to Ann for doing all of this.
The amount of spreadsheeting I did have a good time though. So no complaints for me. And Allie helped with summoning some of the pictures, which was a huge help. So
I will say I was shocked that there should be more just like really good shirtless pics of wrestlers out there. There are fewer than you'd think. A lot of action shots where you can't get a good look at what's going on, and a lot of bad blurry pics.
Yeah, and then a lot of the still pics are them like posing really flexed in a way that's
like,
not
put
the
those
best
away.
body look.
Let's see what's really going on.
Yeah. So in the raw data, you might be surprised to know that Hangman is number 1 in the rankings, and Swerve was number 2, even from the listeners, just like last year.
Wow.
So Hangman came in at the top with 707 points, and I calculated he was on 40 out of our 53 ballots, so that's 3/4 of the ballots. And Swerve was on 33 out of 53. And on at least one ballot, they said they weren't nominating Hangman, Swerve, or Mox because they thought they were locks, and they were correct. Those were the top 3. So,
someone knows their stuff.
So it could have even been higher. And the point totals, they went all the way from 707 with Hangman down to 1 point for Lee Johnson at the bottom. So we had a really wide range and a huge range of people. I did want to shout out some men who really, I think, punched above their weight screen time wise. Mason Madden came in at 14.
Wow.
Barely missed the bracket. Very popular body.
I think someone submitted some when I was helping with the photos. I think someone had submitted some pictures of Mason Madden that did make me say, "Oh, I had a friend over. I said, check these out. Check out this butt." So I saw your vision, listeners.
Yeah. There were some bodies where I was like, I need to take closer looks at these bodies, to be honest, because you've made a case. Yeah, and Bishop Cotton came in at number 20, too. So I was pretty impressed with that one. And there were some good pics of him as well. So I'd also like to point out that Chuck Taylor came in at number 13, just missing the bracket.
Oh,
no.
So sad, but what are you going to do?
And
to
get there as a retired wrestler is impressive.
I know. Yeah. I'd like to thank the listeners for humoring us there.
Yeah, thank you.
And 2 tag teams received nominations as though one person. Mark Davis and Jake Something, the Bash Brothers, and the Young Bucks, which that is just respectful. So
that is respectful. They would like that. Yeah.
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 And I think, if one Young Buck were to win, I think they would share that award between them. I think they'd be happy to say, this is ours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So our top 12 were Hangman, Swerve, Moxley, Takeshita, Bandito, Andrade. This is in order, too, by the way. Mark Davis, Brody King, Matt Jackson, Jack Perry, Beast Mortos, and Eddie Kingston.
That's a good bracket.
It's really good
bracket.
That's a great bracket.
Yeah.
This is...
And when we were watching the show and Brody and Mark Davis were fighting, it was like, boy, look at these bodies that I've just been looking at quite a bit.
And then they said, should we send Bandito out there to the girls are going to want to get a pretty good look at some of these bodies before March.
Yep. All right. So I have a slide for, is Tunnel Talk living in an echo chamber? The answer, no. Nominations included Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, Samoa Joe, and Josh Alexander. And Cash Wheeler was nominated by 4 human Tunnel Talk listeners.
Wow.
And you're sure that there were no bots trying to access this form?
I mean, the bots left comments and they were all different. So, and when I was looking at the bodies, I was like, he does kind of have a good body. Like, I hate to hand it to him.
I'm glad he didn't make it to the top 10 or 12 or however many we have, because we will endeavor to be objective, and I would have had to work. Yep. I would have had to work pretty hard.
Yeah. And our friend Nicole earlier this week, she was like, obviously your listeners are going to be nominating Kyle O'Reilly, and no one will nominate Kyle Fletcher, but that's incorrect. Kyle Fletcher got 75 points and Kyle O'Reilly 74. So
wow. I mean, again, we celebrate the bodies. Everybody has a good body, but,
find Jesus.
Unexpected.
Find Jesus.
Yeah.
I know actually that many listeners right now are like, I literally don't know what she's talking about. I don't know why she's surprised by that. I don't know why she's alarmed.
It's like, that seems pretty obvious.
And when you put it that way, sure, like Kyle Fletcher has like a really it's a really like standardly good normal body. I can see why You like it, I guess. I think I meanly said when we were talking about this with Nicole, I said Kyle Fletcher's body is nothing to me.
It's a body for men, let's be honest. Like, that's who your audience is when you make your body look like that. So, yeah. Which is fine if that's your thing.
If you're a man.
So I did want to go through some of the funny comments that people left on some of our also rans, because I had a really good time. People left really good comments, and I couldn't even pull out all the funny ones because there were just so many. So, and sometimes I pulled out the part of the comment I thought was funny, and there were other things in it, just so you know, these are out of context, but it's better that way.
Amazing.
So for Cash Wheeler, someone submitted him at number 5 and said, and then tell us why it's so sexy. They said, sorry. Period.
And you should be.
You're forgiven.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for
nominating Dribble.
Right. With a name like that.
Now our pictures are blocking me a little bit. Okay. Josh Alexander, someone said, tats are bad, singlet is bad, and thank God heads don't matter. So
oh my God. to receive that kind of, to have that kind of message when you're being nominated is just like, Josh.
People I think were a little apologetic when they
knew we wouldn't like what we were seeing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you know what? Okay. Okay. All right.
What's happening here?
Oh, double picture of Cash. You were that into him?
I can't even.
And
I thought I deleted it out. Okay, for Wheeler Yuta, someone said, said, I will deny it if you ever tell anyone I wrote this. Good time.
Why do I feel like that was Kris Statlander?
Yeah, right. Sorry, Zoom is giving me issues. And for Nick Jackson, this one has become a bit of an intrusive thought. They said Nick was always hot, but there's something about the way he's leaned up that's constantly drawing my attention to his crotch.
That's
every
not
time
wrong.
I see him. I know.
That's not wrong.
Wow.
He is very crotch forward very often.
Yep. I can't stop looking at it. Every time he's on screen, I just think, yeah, it's constantly drawing my attention there.
I also want to say something it's really, I'm troubled to say this, looking at this picture of Nick, like, that actually is what Mel,
yeah, he does have
Coleman
abs in his armpits
like,
in this picture.
The abs are in the place that I thought you couldn't have them, and I'm pretty disturbed to see it, if I'm completely frank. Wow. Well, I'm sorry that we said you were drawing a non-anatomically correct muscles, Mel. You were fine. You were actually okay.
Oh, but speaking of bad muscles, by the way, I will say, so Swerve came in second, but there was a pretty big gap between him and Hangman. And almost everyone who nominated Swerve said in their ballot, they said he would have been higher, but last year, but this year he has gotten too jacked, and it's disturbing me. So I had to knock him down a few places. So a little constructive feedback.
That'll teach you to go into the gym. AEW wrestlers, don't do it.
We don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. And we'll see what happens when we get in these matchups. But I have to say, at first glance, I agree.
Yep. Okay. Ugh.
PowerPoint, don't you understand how important this is?
I know. Get it together.
I thought that was, at first glance, a photo of Darby Allin furtively jerking off in a backstage. Just something about the back. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It is a little angle there.
Ooh, so funny. Okay. Ooh, that was a shock of cold water.
Darby Allin from behind. So someone said, okay, look, I recognize that this is controversial, but let's talk about it. Just imagine this body as the body of a butch lesbian. Suddenly, boom, it's an incredible body. Also, it's a werewolf body, teeny legs and big shoulders. Weird little dude.
You know what? That is a great argument. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with thinking about Darby Allin as a teen lesbian werewolf.
I would have gone 8 for that character on Buffy. If Darby had been playing Oz on Buffy, but as a teen lesbian.
Yeah.
Wow. Now you're cooking with gas. Yeah. And for Chuck Taylor, someone said, "Sir, not appearing in this television show is going to appear on this list, whether he likes it or not."
Correct.
Which I loved.
I wish you'd made it to the top.
So close.
Oh,
Number
look at that
13.
body. Look at that body.
Look at that bod.
I
They
know
submitted
that
a very classic pick.
I know that we're respectable and this is a sacred tournament that we took very seriously, but part of me does kind of wish that you warned us on Monday that he wasn't going to make us so we could get some people to spam some ballots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did ask Ann at one point, I was like, would you notice if I went in there and just nominated Kyle O'Reilly 25 times? And she was like, yeah. I would. I would have noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then I won't do it.
Stop trying to cheat.
But I would have done that for Dustin.
Yeah. These ones I selected just because I thought these comments were pretty accurate. So for Kyle O'Reilly, someone said he has the type of body that would take me to a county fair and make me feel safe on the Ferris wheel.
Oh my God.
I love that little imagine.
Okay.
Allie, do you like that?
I love it. And I love this. This photo has activated me. I'm really activated.
And looking through some of the photos that people submitted, I did get like a real like, oh my God, like there was one of Clark Connors that really sent me. So good job, everybody. And then for Ospreay, someone said, if Hangman looks like he got strong on a farm versus MJF in a gym, Will Ospreay looks like he got strong just running around and jumping and climbing up things like an enthusiastic overactive pet. Which is like, wow, that is exactly how his body looks.
Pause on the bed can be an exercise routine.
Yeah, like for Will Ospreay, his cardio is that sometimes he'll say to whoever is like in the room, like, I'll race you to the refrigerator. First person to touch the fridge wins, and like takes off.
Yeah, totally.
Oh my God, he'd be fun to go on vacation with. I will say, Will Ospreay is a real underrated bod for me.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know what it is about him, but it's like, I think it's something, it is his Tigger energy when he's in motion. So it is basically what this person is describing. Like, I do go kind of ape for his bod.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people's energy really makes a difference. So
It does.
I think he gets underrated because even in this picture, don't you think the crotch of his tights look weirdly long? So then, like, you don't,
That's true.
like, something about it messes with his proportions, so you don't, like,
What's
realize. I've noticed that crotch situation before and been like,
Wow.
why does he have an MC Hammer crotch? But he does have a very good body.
Did you guys read about the Olympic skier scandal thing where they're like maybe injecting stuff into their dicks to like get an advantage in their suit size or something?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Hopefully
Yeah,
Will
it was
Ospreay's
one of
not
those
doing
things
that.
I was like, I'm not going to look into that more.
No, yeah, exactly.
I think it's amazing the ways that people find to cheat. Like, it's like for some people, like their Olympics is just figuring out what
They're always
like,
being like,
not
there's no
quite
rule that
illegal
says
thing they can do.
there's no rule saying a dog can't play basketball.
I think they should give a special. I guess it would just encourage it too much. They should give a special medal at the Olympics just for like most innovative cheating,
Most creative cheat.
most creative cheating.
That should be a wrestling award too at the end
It really
of the year.
should.
Most
Oh my
innovative
God.
cheating.
Let's
that'd
keep
be
that in
fun.
mind for our extravaganza this year.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That is-
Sarah, write that down.
Sarah,
Yeah.
write that down, please. Thank you.
All right, so I put together the leagues, and the way I did it was just like first ranked is in the blue league, second ranked is in the gold league, third ranked in the blue league, just back and forth like that. So the blue league is Hangman, Jon Moxley, Bandito, Mark Davis, Matt Jackson, and the Beast Mortos.
Wow.
It's like
So
big
we're gonna get a
bracket.
Hangman versus Matt match.
Yeah,
It's juicy,
that's true.
juicy body situation here.
And then the gold league is Swerve, Takeshita, Andrade, Brody King, Jack Perry, and Eddie Kingston.
That's a good one too. That's a killer league.
Yeah,
I can't believe people are going to have to lose these matchups. This is,
I know.
I
That's
feel
the-
sick.
That's the rough thing about the tournament. But yeah, I think everybody did an amazing job at seeding these bodies. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's our first week. So actually, the thing I underestimated about a round robin is how many matches there are. So there's like twice as many matches as last year. So we'll just go through. We're going to see all these bodies a lot, but it is our first time seeing them. So I'm just doing 6 matches this week, and we're going to ramp up the next few weeks with more. But I used a random number generator to choose the matches, so it's just totally randomized. So our first Blue League match is the Beast Mortos versus Bandito, who someone said he keeps his abs a demure distance from the surface, which I loved.
Wow. Let me start by saying something. I went looking for pictures of the Beast Mortos, the body sitch. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like he looks like he has a totally different body when
Yes.
that costume is on? Like literally to the point where I was like, I kept being like, am I looking at different men? Have I misinterpreted what the Beast Mortos is? Is it 2 men?
I almost just asked you now, are those 2 pictures the same man? And then I was like, Leah, they have the same tattoos. It's clearly the same man. But
It's not that clear.
it's not that clear.
It's pretty crazy. It would be funny to be like, you're a wrestler, and then you're like, here's a buddy with tattoos, and I like his body a little more. So when he does Instagram selfies, I'm gonna blank out his face, and that's gonna be my body in the Instagram selfies.
That would be amazing.
It makes it almost difficult for me to process what's going on.
It does make it tough.
I like the Beast Mortos shoulders. He has great shoulders, very broad. But I like Bandito's stomach. It is nice. He does keep his abs at demure distance from the surface.
The thing for me about Bandito is, as you know, I'm a small cow proponent. I'm like, he's a very small breed of cow, little, sturdy, juicy. Yeah. It's just kind of like, it kind of ticks all the boxes for me. So it is certainly going to be Bandito.
I think it's Bandito for me too.
Yeah.
I think it is for me too. These pictures of him dancing are really doing it for me. That someone submitted, like the little hip cock, and it's just is working.
There's just something about, like, I think this might be an unpopular opinion. I'm not really a Dorito girl. Like, when you're getting the big Chris Evans situation or whatever, I don't like that as much. I like it a little more right up and down.
It's a good up and down. He's got a good proportion to me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's not right up and down. He has shoulders, but you know.
But not as dramatic. Yeah. All right. So Bandito takes that one. We'll move on to our Gold League match 1. We've got Brody King versus Jack Perry, and someone said about Jack Perry. Sorry. I think if I just left him in a room with some wood and some tools for a few hours, he would build me a table and I wouldn't even have to ask. That's beautiful.
That's true. Right.
That's true.
I do think that's true. It's going to be Brody for me because I'm obsessed with Brody King's body because I just feel like he has he has like a Yeti kind of build to him. Like, he should be walking through the snow and people are taking pictures of him because they thought he was a myth. Like, he's built on a different kind of scale. And to me, I'm like, yeah, I'd love to fuck that.
And I love that. I love that honesty from you. It's a little hard for me because I agree with what you're saying. And actually, I do love Brody King's tattoo situation is really, really, really good for me. I mean, that's like, does that count? It's on his body.
It's on his body.
Yeah, it's on his body.
Fine. Yeah.
That being said, Jack Perry is not like, that's not like a type of body that I'm like really drawn to, but he's just like there's something about him. There's almost an impish quality to the body. Yeah. Just with just his little hair on his little chest and his little boobies. Like, I don't know. I just love it. I kind of think, I don't know. I feel like I'm going Jack Perry. I do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I really love Brody's body too, but I think Jack Perry has that like swimmer's build that's like not real common with a wrestler, and it works for me too. So I think I'm going Jack Perry, but
I'm noticing in this picture that Jack Perry does have beautifully sized nipples. I have to compliment him. I'm still sticking with Brody, but I just you got to give a nipple its due.
I can't even see Brody's nipples. If I'm completely honest, I don't know where those nipples are.
I know.
I'm getting a little glimpse of one there and one there. Little Tic Tacs, yeah. Oh. Great. That tattoo really is. I mean, he looks really good. You know what? Everybody here is going to be good, Allie, so let's just focus up.
I know. Yeah. All right. Well, Jack Perry takes it, but barely.
I'm trying to trust my gut, but I'm scared.
You got to go with your gut. Yeah. All right. This is a real tough one. Blue League match 2. Mark Davis versus Hangman Adam Page. And Mark Davis, the pictures that Allie found really...
I have to say, when I was looking for pictures of Mark Davis... And I've always said Mark Davis is good looking. I went through something. Like, because people were posting on Tumblr all of his, like, I'd never seen them, these pictures that he posts to Instagram of himself just, like, sunbathing. Just, like, at the beach, sunbathing. And I was, like, kind of, like, panting like a dog. Like, I was just like, this is not safe for me.
I know. It's really, like, I think... Like, I'm not that much of a butt girl, and, like, the high panties, like, don't really... So it's, like, him in ring, it's, like, I see the appeal, but it doesn't really do it for me. But
it's
these
the out of ring. It's the out of ring. Oh, my
God. It's the, like, in street clothes where I'm, like...
Yeah.
Out of ring, Mark Davis, to me, is, like... He's, like, a fucking 12 out of 10. Like, it's just, like... I was fucked up about what I was realizing. But in ring, he does not always hit for me.
Yeah.
He had a period of not hitting for me when he first got back. Like, I think around his reluctance storyline, I was like, something is different and it's not hitting. But recently, his Bash Brother era, I'm back. I'm back in ring.
Yeah. And this one from AEW where he's just like leaning back in the chair with his thighs spread apart. It's like, okay.
I'll barf. I'm going to puke. It's too much to handle. Yeah. And then it's like, what can you say? It's like Hangman has a perfect body.
Yeah.
I've said it many, many times. It's in all its iterations. I'm really feeling sick right now because I
did not expect to have a hard time with this one at all, because it's like Hangman really does it for me like all the time in the ring, and Mark Davis doesn't really in the ring.
Look at that picture. But in these pictures, at the AEW picture. The AEW picture is just like this is like an atomic bomb coughing baby situation somehow. It's like the Hangman chair pic, guys. It's not an unserious picture, okay?
No.
And yet somehow he's the coughing baby for me right now.
It's really like, I mean, just looking at these pictures, it's Mark Davis for me, but is that a fair judgment? I don't know, but I'm panting. And it's also not fair because it's like I've become somewhat inured to the Hangman chair picture because I've seen it many times, whereas these ones are new to me. But I don't know.
I have to do what my heart is screaming for right now. In this moment, I could regret it later. I said this all the time last year. I could regret it later. I'm voting for Mark Davis right now.
Wow.
I don't know. It's just like, how could you put that picture in front of me and not? I have to do it.
Yeah.
I have to do it.
I think I have to too, with the way I'm feeling right at this moment.
I think so too.
Wow.
Holy shit. This is an upset. This is a fucking upset.
I didn't think there'd be an upset in the B2. I thought Hangman's just going to run through it, but boy.
What can I say? What can I say? You know, this is the beauty of the B2.
Yeah.
I'm staggered. I've scared myself. But like I cannot stop looking at him. Yeah. I can't stop looking at him.
This quote here that you've called out for these Hangman pictures has cracked me up, where it just says, seems like he'd have a pleasant hand feel. Yeah, to say the least. Yeah.
I mean,
I love that phrase so much.
Yeah, I don't know. It just is what it is right now.
All right. Mark Davis, congratulations on your huge win in the B2 against the number 1 seed.
Wow.
Boy. All right, we're on to Gold League match 2. It's Eddie Kingston versus Konosuke Takeshita. And both these quotes kind of call out the dual nature, where someone said about Takeshita, "This is a body I trust to both break a door down and embroider a delicate stitch."
Which actually is an argument that took my breath away for a second, and I was like, wow. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. And for Eddie, they said, "I know he can cuddle, but also choke me with those arms." So good stuff. And someone submitted this picture of Eddie smoking that really took my breath away when I saw it.
Another sickening image. Someone else has to start this time. I can't do it.
Yeah, Takeshita really made a big run early on in the brackets. Like he was ahead of Hangman for a while when I was tallying, which I thought was pretty impressive.
It is a very, very good body.
It's a great body.
There's something with his proportions that's just very like Greek to me, you know?
Yeah. You could see him you could see that man in marble.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And he definitely keeps his abs at a demure distance too, which is so important.
Yeah, he's soft. He's got that layer of softness, which I really appreciate.
And a fair amount of comments about various bodies called out that they look like they moisturize, and Takeshita got, I think, more than one being like, he looks like he moisturizes. Like, he looks like his skin feels good, which,
He looks soft to touch. He has surprisingly small boobs. I'm just thinking just now. Eddie Kingston, get in me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by that?
I do.
This one is really hard. I'm worried that I'm not. I'm worried that I'm not being objective because Eddie Kingston is literally the most beautiful man alive. Especially
he's like the sexiest man at AEW,
And when he talks and everything, it's like the way he moves, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm worried that I'm worried about my objectivity.
Because Eddie has unbelievable aura. You know what I mean? Like the aura and the charisma and like the things he says But that's not what this tournament is.
No. And it's like, it is like, he has, man, we can't get into men's body image issues on this podcast right now. All I'm thinking of is that I had a boyfriend in college who like wanted to join the army, and he did join the army. We can't get into all that, but he was like getting really fit and like losing weight at one point, and like was so proud of like getting his like tight little stomach. And I was just like, I really miss that stomach. I want that stomach back, like really bad. I hate that you want to join the army and get a tight little stomach. It sucks. Yeah. So for that reason, when it's like I'm looking at Eddie Kingston, I'm just like, that's kind of what women want, you know? It's kind of like what this woman wants. Yeah, is what I'll say. So I gotta go Eddie.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. I think it's like when I'm watching AEW, I find Eddie so sexy and Takeshita is kind of nothing to me. No, but I think like just pure body, no face, no personality, I probably go Takeshita, but it's like it feels bad to say.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
No.
For some reason, this argument, this is a body that I trust to break down a door and embroider a delicate stitch, has really spoken to me. And I am also going to go Takeshita because of it. Because I think it's right. He does have a body that is incredibly powerful and yet really dexterous.
I love his little painted nails in that picture. Yeah. I mean, really
I think I'm going Takeshita.
Takeshita, yeah. He looks like he could take care of you, take care of precious, fragile things. Yeah.
Ooh. Well, listen, they're both great bodies.
They're both great bodies.
Amazing bodies.
Oh yeah. All right. So Takeshita takes it, but barely.
Barely, yeah. And it's like if you asked me this on another day, what might I say?
Right. Exactly.
How could you put Matt Jackson up against that slutty little pic of Jon Moxley? That is the sexiest, sluttiest little pose he's ever done.
I know. I still can't believe it. It was from last year. So this is match 3. It's Jon Moxley versus Matt Jackson. And I have a little picture here of Mox kind of pulling down one side of his trousers, which looks crazy.
Now, what did this listener mean that Matt Jackson is built like a sea creature?
I don't know, but I loved it. I was like, wow, tell me more. Someone else said that he was like a dolphin, too. So
hairless.
Wow.
Sleek. When you look at Matt Jackson, actually, right now, I'm just like, I can see him making dolphin noises like real easy. I'd love to watch a movie where Matt Jackson gets turned into a dolphin and is trying to communicate so angry to people, like, it's me, Matt Jackson. I'm a dolphin. He'll be so angry. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately, to me, Matt Jackson is the body. He is the body of all bodies to me. And I respect his competitor, Mox. That slutty little move would win you in many places.
I mean, it's like, it is very difficult with these pictures sometimes to be like, I have to think past. And I didn't manage it with Mark Davis. I couldn't do it with Mark Davis. I wasn't strong
The pictures were too powerful.
The pictures were too fucking powerful.
Let's be honest. Yeah.
This picture of Mox, I assume we'll post these on Twitter or whatever. This is the most activating little pose that Mox has done for me since those pictures of him being a girls volleyball player back in the day, which of course also sent me to the fucking moon.
Slutty little gear, yeah.
If I try to think critically about when I'm responding to these bodies in action and on the regular, I will say yes, obviously, Matt Jackson, I prefer when you have a few fewer abs than what has been going on recently, but it's an all-time perfect little beef body. I've never been let down by it. Sometimes Mox's body does this thing when he's wrestling where I'm just like, I actually can't even describe it. He gets a kind of a funny, rangy look sometimes that doesn't do it for me as much. Yeah. So I also am voting for Matt Jackson. It's very difficult though.
Yeah, it is.
This is hard.
Yeah.
This is hard.
It is Mox for me, and I think honestly it's the chest hair, the body hair that's doing it for me with Mox. Like that makes a pretty big difference for me, and he's really been rocking it lately. It's like he's getting hairier every week, I feel like. So
yeah. I mean, Mox's body hair is really wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
God, that picture.
I know, it's a good one. When he's got a little attitude, he can bring it. So yeah, but congrats to Matt Jackson.
Wow.
I think this is maybe our last one. Gold League match 3, Swerve versus Andrade. And Allie, I cannot believe this picture you found of Andrade pulling his trunks down. Like, what the...
It really was like, I feel like I can see the dick coming out.
It's like, that's the top of it, right?
Right? What else could it be?
I don't know.
What else could it be? Oh my gosh. For me, I fear, and I love Andrade's whole vibe these days. I'm just like, I am a real huge sucker for it when he's giving his little flirty little looks and stuff. I love it. It's going to be an easy Swerve for me.
Yeah. It is going to be, I don't have to debate. No. I love Andrade's body, and this is no slight to him, but something about Swerve's body is just really all time.
It's the softness on. It's the softness on. It's to have some softness on top. Andrade, it's like put those away. Let's get a layer over those. Let's get a layer of something nice to touch over those.
I know, and I think Andrade has been the sexiest he's been for since he's been back. He's really been killing it. But yeah, it's Swerve for me too. It's just like when he was promoing into the camera, I was like, oh Lord, like this is.
Andrade is in a situation with me where when he is clothed, I'm just like, that's probably the sexiest man that we got, pretty much. And then he takes the clothes off, and I'm like, lost a couple points. Lost a couple points.
I've seen too many muscles.
Much too hard.
Yep.
Swerve perfect body.
Swerve, way too many.
I mean, look at soft.
It's
good
beautiful.
To look at. Really good.
I think that was our last match. So wow. Good job, girls. That was an exciting start. Yeah.
It was exhilarating. It was scary in there.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Yeah.
I know. I'm already second guessing myself.
I know.
God.
It is nice the round robin format though, because it's like, right, I know, but it'll come back around. Like Eddie will compete with against 4 other people. So
and I feel like that. I feel like it's really going to drive home that it's like it matters so much. You know, it's like when you're looking at the two people together and thinking about like what each of the bodies has to offer, like it just can be completely different from day to day, moment to moment, body to body. You know, they're all winners. They're all salute. Yeah, they're all winners.
Just some beautiful bodies this year. Well done, everyone.
Amazing.
Proud of the promotion. You think Tony's going to run a video package about this on Dynamite? About Mark Madness bodies? He's going to run a little video package?
I think it'd be beautiful if he did. Yeah, I could play Worcester numbers that I forgot. Yeah, play that video.
The TV.
Beautiful.
Pop it on the TV.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I had a blast, girls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That cheered me right up.
Excellent.
We'll be here all month. Was there anything that you wanted to talk about or we needed to do that you did not get a chance to talk about or do? I think we said more than enough. On that note, I have been Allie.
I've been Ann.
And I've been Leah.
My God, it's Tunnel Talk. Our theme is by Chris Corkin. You can find us on Twitter, Tumblr, Twitch, Blue Sky at Tunnel Talk Pod, via email, tunneltalkpod@gmail.com. You can find us on our feed, on the Social Suplex Network feed, where you can check out all the other great podcasts on the network, and you can find us on the Social Suplex Network Discord. Please rate, review, and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Stay frosty, and as always, please come back next week.
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Bombas make socks, slippers, tees, and underwear made with the highest quality materials. Press 1 for comfort, 2 for style, 3 for donation. You chose style. Bombas is styles for whatever you enjoy. You can run in Bombas, lounge in Bombas, dress them up, dress them down, but always give back in Bombas. Because with every item purchased, another is donated. Bombas, comfort worth calling for. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.